Now, the calendar in Ireland is packed with more and more highly professional that not only bring gay people from across Ireland together, but also represent our country internationally.
With the kind sponsorship of Google, the nominees for Event of the Year include a festival of local and international theatrical productions, the biggest international sporting event of 2008, and the most recognised queer festival in the country.
The nominees for the Event of the Year award are the International Dublin Gay Theatre Festival 2008, the Bingham Cup 2008, and Dublin Pride 2008.
And the winner is the Bingham Cup. Here to accept the award are Richard Rice.
Because we're obviously the jocks, and we've got to write everything down. In the unlikely event that something might actually work out. We, needless to say, are absolutely delighted and honoured to receive this award, which I'm just going to pass to somebody who won't break. For those of you who don't know, the Emerald Warriors was set up back in 2003. A gang of lads who just decided, okay, we're going to set up a rugby team, and we spent the first couple of years running around in the dark in Memorial Park. And that is true. Running around in the dark, under the street lights. In fact, for the first, I think it was probably the first 2 months, we didn't even have a rugby ball. But we were determined, we were going to make this thing work one way or the other. But of course, because it was a gay rugby team, we had the kit completely sorted within 2 weeks. Anyone who's ever, or pays any attention to sport at all, would realise that rugby is probably one of the most team of all the team sports. It just doesn't work if people don't pull the weight, and it's very obvious. There's no place to hide out on the pitch, and it was very much the same with the Bingham Cup. We knew we had one chance to do it, to bring it to Dublin, and to try and do it right. We'd seen it done other places, some good, some not so good, and we thought, we think we can do it well in Dublin. And that's basically where we were coming from when we set about bidding for it. These men beside me here, these three, there's another one that's actually not here right now, skulking off somewhere. These men are the people who actually delivered on what we promised everybody. We have Aidan Burke, who is our money man. There's Nick Barnable, the people person. And there's Nick Costello, the publicity person. Tony Bowen, our video genius. I don't know how many of you have seen our bid videos and closing parties and such like. They're all Tony's work. He does an absolutely spectacular job. And unfortunately, Tony isn't here this evening. But ourselves and the committee of the Warriors, we set about trying to bring the Bingham Cup to Dublin, and I think it was 2 years. It was 2 years of solid work, and miraculously, it actually worked. We are not alone did we get the Bingham Cup to Dublin, but also managed to be the largest international sports event in Ireland in 2008. And an event like that, needless to say, and something on that scale, requires a large number of people and a lot of support. And many organisations threw their oar in. The IRFU, it simply wouldn't have been possible without the Leinster branch, who organised referees for us, drew them in from all over the country, some came from abroad. They organised all the officials, totally threw their shoulder against the wheel, did a fantastic job. And DCU, where the actual event took place, where all the matches took place, from the helix to the sports grounds, the accommodation, it was all flawless. It was fantastic. The five of us, obviously for 2 years, living with us, then we moved on. 1 month out, we had to scale up very quickly, and there were a couple of individuals who really put a huge amount of work in at that stage, and one was Kieran Behan, and another was Stephen Falloon. And Stephen Falloon was the volunteer manager, and I don't know how he did it, but he managed to get 30 people who said that they might come along for an afternoon to spend 3 days working morning, noon and night on the tournament. Okay. You see, this is why you leave all this stuff to the politicians. And we want to say... Okay. Just before I give up, our sponsors, Paddy Power, were absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. And thank you all so much for this recognition. It's amazing. Thank you.